What's up, everyone? Welcome to another Wizard episode of the Empire Radio Podcast. I'm Andrew,
I'm Jeremiah.
I'm Drew.
and today we are talking about something new in the Star Wars universe that I'm personally very excited about.
Me too.
Good old Star Wars Visions.
Yep.
So, over the weekend, I think it was Saturday, right? We got a
Yeah.
trailer or like a first, it wasn't like it was like a trailer, but also a
It was
first
a
look,
special look, is what it
special
is.
look. Yeah. From Anime Expo, and Disney released it.
And the thing is, like, I knew weeks ago that it was supposed to come out this weekend, and I totally forgot about it.
I didn't know
I
that.
didn't even know.
So when it popped up, I was like, oh, yeah, crap. And then I sent Andrew a text, like, right away, like, hey.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, it was funny because I was actually taking a break from my phone Saturday for most of the day, and it was glorious. I highly recommend. Jeremiah, I don't want to hear it. I can already see you smirking because you don't have a smartphone.
Jeremiah already does
I
that.
sit next to my laptop all night when
That's
I'm
true.
home, so
That's fair.
it's the same thing.
I was gonna say if you haven't done that, if you haven't taken a day where you like just unplug, it's glorious. But then I got the text from Jeremiah, and I was like, well,
So much for unplugging.
I have to go. I have to go look at this.
I have to go watch
For my
YouTube.
job, I have to.
Yeah,
look
yeah,
at
yeah.
this.
YouTube, here I come.
So I watched it and I was very impressed. So yeah, we're gonna talk about that. So here's how this is gonna work. We're gonna talk about what we know so far, confirmed. So that's going to include basic facts. We're going to talk a little bit about the episodes, each of the episodes, what we know of the episodes at least, and the studios behind the episodes. I did a little bit of digging, not a ton. If you're like a diehard anime aficionado, you're probably going to be a little disappointed, but I did some research. We're going to talk about that, and then I've got some screenshots from the trailer because it's kind of all over the place. So instead of doing like a scene by scene, I just got some screenshots and various images from the web, pulled them together. So for those of you watching on Twitch, which if that perks your interest, we'll talk about how you can join later when we talk about social media. But if you're watching on Twitch, I'll share my screen and you can see the images. And for everyone listening to the audio version, I will describe those, though you've probably seen them already at least once. So, all right. So let's go ahead and dive in with what we know. So first and foremost, we know that it is an anthology series celebrating Star Wars through the vision of different anime studios. So this is interesting because when I was watching the trailer, the vision. So like when you get the name Visions, I thought it might have been like
Force Visions.
no, not necessarily, but I don't think I ever. I don't think I ever like placed it directly with it's the vision, it's Star Wars through the vision of these companies.
Oh,
You
you
know what I'm
just thought it
saying?
was like the name of it.
Yeah, like I guess I acquainted it with these are, I don't know, not necessarily direct visions, like literal visions, but it's just like different offshoots. And I knew that they were going to be different stylistic things, but so like I guess here's a better way to put it. Before I saw the trailer, I thought it was Disney having ideas and then having the animation companies do those. But now it seems like it's much more. They kind of gave them free reign, and this is the actual vision of the animation company. It's more so on the animation company rather than Disney, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and I think because of that, it's kind of implied in some of the little things official news and stuff that you can read about it, but it's implying that they're not canon.
Okay.
So
Yeah, they're not.
it's just it could be with characters that we see like Boba Fett and Jabba the Hutt and stuff, but like I think it's better that way that they have freedom to do whatever they want because then they don't have to worry about being confined by
Canon
Yeah.
laws.
Yeah,
so.
and that was kind of Jeremiah. You're kind of hitting on the next thing that I have. Well, jumping a little bit ahead based on what I have in my notes, but none of the. So there was a specific moment where they said, even if there are main characters used, established characters, like they were on the table. Like these studios could use characters like Boba Fett, Jabba the Hutt, Luke Skywalker. Like they were all fair game. but they don't take place in the regular timeline.
Mm.
So they're doing a really good job of being like this is just our own interpretation, and it made it seem like, obviously it's a celebration of Japanese media, like Japanese media, animation media styles,
And art
and
form.
and how they actually would view Star Wars through that lens, which is super super cool. There are going to be 9 animated shorts, one of which is going to be, I think, based on what I've been reading, a little bit longer. But 9 animated shorts, and they are all going to be released simultaneously on September 22nd, 2021. So in a few months here at the time of recording this, because we are in July.
So they're all gonna be dropped at the same time.
Yep, because they're shorts.
Ooh, that's
They're
gonna be
not
stressful.
like, they're
Like,
not going to be
They could
30-minute
all be
episodes.
like they could all together. They could be like
Oh.
less than an hour or something like
Yeah.
that.
I mean, I would assume they're probably going to range from like 5 to 10 minutes each,
Oh wow.
you know?
Because the one that's gonna be long, I'm assuming, is the Ninth Jedi, because that's
Yeah.
2 stories that are gonna be put into one. So
What
Yeah.
studio did that one?
We'll get
that
there.
is.
We'll get there.
Oh,
Hey,
okay, okay.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say it, but
we got, I got it. So yeah, I don't know. I'm actually particularly excited about this because, one, I'm a huge anime fan. So I don't have as much time for it now as I used to. But for those of you that know me, you know that I did 9 years of martial arts, and I got into martial arts because of anime, like directly because of an anime called Rurouni Kenshin, which is still one of the greatest of all time. If you know, you know. And I would, on a side caveat, highly highly recommend the live action movies. They're very faithful, absolutely incredible recreations of the anime and manga. But that's beside the point. I'm a long anime fan, so Gundam, like the original Gundam series, well, not the original, Gundam Wing, G Gundam,
Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan, Bleach, Naruto, then Naruto Shippuden, like
Then
they're-
Boruto.
Nah, I
Nah.
haven't gotten much into
That-
Boruto yet.
You don't need to.
But
Don't do
there
that.
have been a few really good ones. Blue Exorcist.
Demon Slayer.
Watched a little bit of Death Note. Wasn't really my thing.
It's okay.
But a lot of it, Dragon Ball Z. A lot of it was like what was on Toonami. And then when I had the ability to get a hold of the internet, like it expanded from there. So, oh yeah, I'm looking down at the chat right now. Demon Slayer and My Hero.
My Hero is
Academia, both
pretty
of
good.
those. Yeah. Avatar, though it's technically, I don't want to get into that where it falls, but Avatar, I would count that.
Your boy David did it
Yeah.
too. So
Anyways, so I'm a long-standing anime fan, and so this is something we've never seen before. Like, there are anime fan shorts on the internet. You can go find them on YouTube, and they're really cool. But I'm excited to see, because this isn't like, I would say some of this isn't like modern Star Wars just animated. As we'll see and we'll discuss in a little bit, some of this is like very heavily influenced by like historical Japanese cartoons and Japanese,
art.
wardrobes and fighting styles. Like there's some of these things are like straight up like just old samurai film looking stuff with lightsabers, which is really cool,
Like a very intense version of like Samurai Jack.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you're not technically wrong. Yeah. It's like Samurai Jack on steroids with lightsabers.
Mhm.
You know,
Which it'd be cool if they did like a High Republic of that. But I have a feeling they probably aren't going to do anything that we haven't seen media
No.
for.
there's no way that they're going to put the High Republic out first in Visions. There's
That'd
no
be
way.
kind of crazy if they did.
Yeah. But anyways, like this is going to be very, like, this isn't Star Wars sprinkled in with anime. This is like
Anime sprinkled in
anime
with Star
that
Wars.
right. Yeah. It's very, it's going to be exactly what I was hoping it was going to be. So anyways, before we dive into the episodes and stuff, my question for you guys is, how do you feel about the decision that they made with the timeline? Because right now, no matter what characters they use, it doesn't fit in the timeline. It's its own thing. How do you feel about that?
Well, I don't care either way because like I don't think it matters.
Oh, come on.
Well, why would it matter whether it's canon or not? Like it's still something that's produced. It's there for us to watch, and it's
Jeremiah's just happy to have it.
and like they can make it canon if they want, like any point.
Sure.
And so it's like it doesn't matter to me because it doesn't affect anything.
I wish it was like straight up canon for the fact that I just want to see more things that can be like, hey you guys, like if you love anime, you should watch this, and it's canon and it's gonna develop characters that could help them grow into Star Wars media. If you're like not a huge fan of Star Wars, but you're a huge fan of anime. So for me, that say it's not canon, it's gonna create a lot more work with me for people that I know that are gonna watch this because of the studios that are putting this content out.
Yeah.
Because I have a lot of family on my wife's side that's super diehard into anime, and when this came out, they blew my phone up saying like, this studio did this movie, this is gonna be the best episode, even though you think the art style is different, it's my favorite studio, blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh, it's not canon. So like they're gonna be like, so wait, how did this person, it's gonna create a lot of confusion for me. But besides that, I think I love that they're doing this and they're recognizing this media and they're actually going with it. And I really hope that there is like, I assume there's going to be a sub or a dub version of these of this content. So
Gosh, I hope it's not dubbed.
well, I think they'll be dubbed, but I don't think it's going to be the primary.
I hope. God, I don't.
Because like the whole point of this is, I think, to bring over more like.
Well, these are Japanese studios. These
yeah, exactly. So it's the whole
these aren't
point
American
of it.
studios. Yeah,
correct. It's to bring in more audience from around the world. I feel like that's a big point of this, and so like, I think it's gonna be both, and I hope it's both. I hope it's not.
Okay.
I think, but you have to understand that the primary audience though for this is going to be American children.
Well, that's why I said I hope it's both. I hope
and so
you're
I think
able to be like subbed or dubbed.
I think it's primarily going to be a dub. And I know you're going to react like this, blah, 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 but like I really don't want to have to read subtitles. It's like the worst thing in the world. Like watching the trailer itself was very difficult for me because you can't pay attention to what's going on the screen while you're reading. Like I can't do that.
It's,
so like
I will tell you, well, two things. One, 100% respect what you said. Okay? Like this isn't me trying to argue and tell you that you're wrong. Like if that's the way you view subtitle stuff, totally fine. Like I get that. My mother's the same way. My father's the same way. Like I remember trying to watch martial art, like sub martial art movies, like Jet Li movies, Jackie Chan movies, Ip Man, like all of those. My mom she falls asleep instantly. I don't know why, but anytime subtitles are involved, so like I get it. But at the same time, my thing is it's an acquired skill. Like I've done it so much that
you're used to it.
Somehow my brain still comprehends both. It's weird, but like it is obtainable if you want to, and if you don't want to, totally fine. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's why I think it's going to be both. I mean, there's already media on Disney Plus where you can switch it. Like I was telling you guys earlier, like I watched the last season of Clone Wars. I watched it all subbed with Japanese sound, and hearing Maul in Japanese was so dope. Like it was amazing.
Yeah.
So like they already have content on Disney Plus that you can do that to. Yeah. So they're gonna do that, and I think it's gonna be both. I'm personally gonna watch it in Japanese. That's because I already watch subtitle animes anyways. But like I also probably will watch it in both just so that I can hear. Like I'll rewatch it dubbed probably.
Yeah.
Especially if they're short. Like it's not a big deal if.
Yeah.
Like if it's only like a 10-minute episode.
I just can't do dubbed. Because for me, anime, and this is just me. This is not, again, everyone. This is not me trying to prove anything or tell you that you're wrong. But for me, anime was Japanese first.
Yeah.
Like, and for me, I don't want to go back and watch the same show that someone then went and completely re-recorded all the lines for, even if it's good. Like, I respect their craft, but like for me, it's just, and Japanese sounds way more aggressive during the aggressive parts, and way it's just a whole different experience. Yeah.
Like I said, I'll probably do both because
So
sometimes I mean, there's certain animes that I prefer dubbed, like Dragon Ball Z. Like,
yeah,
let's be real.
That is one. I think that's the one that I'm like
Dragon Ball Z. I'm trying to think. There's
I like
a couple
their
other ones.
voices.
Well, yeah, I mean, sub Dragon Ball Z Goku is like like a little girl. Like, you can't.
Yeah.
Sorry. And Pokemon, you have to watch Pokemon.
Well,
dubbed.
Pokemon kind of started out in English, anyways. It's arguable, but like, I'm more so talking about the shows that are like very clearly they were Japanese first, and
like Attack of Titan or Demon Slayer.
Dude, I can't. Ugh, no.
Yeah. Well,
I can't.
I watched part of Attack of Titans dubbed, and Aaron's voice sounds better dubbed than subbed, in my opinion. I don't like the voice actor of Aaron, personally. I like it better dubbed. Part of it. I only watched part of it dubbed when I was at work, and I couldn't actually focus.
I know. I just looked down at the chat. Yes, I know, David. Pokemon was definitely OG Japanese first. I know that. But I will say, for me, going back to the original question, I'm actually more excited because this has nothing to do with canon. Because like they can do whatever they want.
I mean, that part is cool.
Yeah.
It's just going to be confusing for me to tell my family, no, that's not actually what happened. Boba Fett did not fall in love with this girl and kill her at the last minute because Jabba was going to eat her.
I guess for me, for everyone that I enjoy Star Wars with, like you guys, my wife, the people in our Discord,
they know.
We'll talk about that later. Like, they know.
Yeah.
And so that is a valid thing. Like, you're going to have to explain this to a lot of people, and I'm not. And so I guess I'm not considering that first and foremost. So
like, when I mean my phone blew up, like, my wife has literally 9 siblings, and all of them messaged me individually, was like, I can't wait to get into Star Wars and like talk to it about you because of this media. And I'm like, oh man, I wish this was all real, because then it would be super cool. Because then I could point them to, like, well, if you go watch this movie, this will lines up, or go watch the Clone Wars. This part will make this part better for you. And I can't. So for me, it's kind of sad, because I thought this was the key for my family to enjoy Star Wars with me at a bigger whole. And it is, but it's not fully there yet.
Yeah.
But I don't see, if this blows up, I don't see them not having one of these studios like do a whole canon thing. Like, I think that's a possibility.
They need to get the freaking studio who did Demon Slayer.
Well, or freaking Studio Ghibli. The original rumors was they were gonna do one.
I know,
and that didn't happen. But
they
I think
have.
I saw the reason why was because they wanted to do a full movie, and they didn't.
I'm here for it. Give me Studio Ghibli Star Wars. Let me tell you, I'd cry.
I think,
but like,
a lot
animation wise, I think if the studio that did Demon Slayer or Attack on Titan, because of their ability to animate action super smoothly and super well, if they did Star Wars,
not season 4 Attack on Titan, the other ones, but
right. I still haven't seen season 4. There's a part of me that doesn't want to.
I'm just waiting for the last part of season 4 to come out. Then I'll watch it all. But that's a different podcast.
Yeah. I look down and I see David put in Vader's Moving Castle. I'm here for it. Howl's Moving Castle is a beautiful movie. Just put Vader in there. All right, so now that we've bored Jeremiah to death with our talk about anime,
I knew this was what tonight was going to be. It was just you two talking while I just sit here and not know what the heck's going on.
Well,
you know what's going on when we break it down. So
yeah. So let's just dive in. So we have 9 episodes. We have The Duel, Lop and Ocho, Tatooine Rhapsody, The Twins, The Elder, The Village Bride, Akakiri, TOB1, and The Ninth Jedi. So let's just go through each of these briefly individually. So The Duel is by the studio Kamikaze Douga. Most notably, when I was doing my research, they have been involved in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and Batman Ninja.
Ninja Assassin, the Batman Ninja movie. It's pretty dope.
Bro,
Jeremiah,
that
you
was
probably
good.
actually like it. It's
I
pretty
bought
dope.
that one straight up.
You like? Well, it's just a Batman movie, except in Japanese style. Cause like they get like, I think how it works is like they go backwards in time essentially, and
Nani.
Joker's there. It's pretty. The art style is amazing.
Yeah,
and
they do go back in
dope.
time. That
Yeah.
was the thing. Yeah, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure though.
So are they doing the art style behind you? They're doing that really
I don't
intense
know.
Japanese art
Well,
style.
see, I don't know if this is the one that's behind me. So you're referring, for everyone that's listening to the audio version.
Audio.
This is a screenshot of the older guy with the 2 red, like wakizashi length, kind of shorter length red blades, and then the white the white Jedi Master with the green blade. And I don't know if this is the duel or not, because the other thing is that later on there's a screenshot of the duel specifically when they were talking about it, and it has like a straight up samurai looking guy, but he has a red blade. So I don't know.
Gotcha.
I don't know if that's the one, but they were involved in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, which is a huge anime and manga series. So I am going to pull some stuff throughout the night, thanks to Jeremiah, who gave me a heads up about this. I'm going to be pulling information from an article off of StarWars.com.
Nice job, Jeremiah.
Yeah.
Yep. That's my one contribution to this night's
Hey.
episode.
Okay, so here's the thing. The scene behind me and the one that I described earlier is not from the duel, because this says the duel will be told in black and white with splashes for color for certain elements like lightsabers.
Well, that's what that is. The only colors in that thing is the.
So it could actually be the one behind you.
Yeah. So that's kind of cool, because that gives me like Akira Kurosawa vibes, like the old samurai movies, where the whole things are like, they were obviously in black and white because they were,
It
in the
reminds
50s
me
and
of
60s.
like the Seven Samurais kind of style.
Yeah. Or like,
But even like the detail
when Kill Bill goes black and white.
correct.
Yeah.
But even like the detail of those Japanese style art part was like so intense for me. I was like, this is gonna be amazing.
Yeah,
I'm pretty pumped about this one.
for sure.
Do we have a time of every single one yet, or no?
Mm-mm. Gotcha. No, we know very little. Very, very little about this so far. But yeah, so that's the duel. All we know is it's going to be a duel. That's essentially kind of the extent.
Duel.
What if? Nah, I'm not going to go there.
Stop.
I'm not going to go there. Okay. So episode 2 is called Lop and Ocho. So this is by Geno Studio, which is a subsidiary of the larger studio Twin Engine. So I actually don't know a ton about this one, other than that they've done some other stuff. Like none of the stuff on their list of like projects and stuff I was super familiar with. But they have done something called Genocidal Organ. So I don't know what that means. I haven't seen it, but it's a thing. So yeah, this one says, there's a blurb on the StarWars.com article. It says the design style on this short really focuses on the collision between natural beauty and encroaching industrialization, with the empire representing the march of technology. So,
And Lop is the bunny character, the bunny
correct.
human hybrid.
Yep.
The one
we
that
have
like
a,
they've already made a Black series of, and it's been in Legends
What?
book. Yeah. Yeah, there's a
I
lot
I,
Black
I heard
series
that
toy.
that character has been seen in Star Wars before, like that species, but I don't know if that's true or not.
oh, I didn't know that. Wow.
I could be wrong. That's just a rumor I heard.
Huh. Well, yeah, we have a bunny character, which is like the most anime thing aside from like the samurai action fights. But I just thought that I thought it was funny that they just made a full bunny character. So yeah. Episode 3 is going to be called Tatooine Rhapsody. This might be Drew's favorite episode.
If it's anything like Bohemian Rhapsody and Tatooine,
Well,
I might
it
cry.
is. I don't know if it's going to be a straight musical, but I do know that while they were talking about this, one of the studio guys was like, "This is a rock opera style film," and in the screenshot that I've got, it's this little kid on Tatooine, and he is definitely holding a stringed instrument.
So it's possible.
Yeah. So yeah. So for this one, it was done by Studio Colorido, which is also a subsidiary of Twin Engine. There's a lot of stuff on here that I was not familiar with, but they have done some stuff for Pokemon.
Ooh.
So they did some stuff for Pokemon Twilight Wings, and then they did something for something called Poketoon, which is I guess online. But like all of these studios are like very well established already. It's just stuff that I've not heard of before. So then episode 3 is going to be called Trigger. Not Trigger. It's called The Twins. The studio is Trigger.
Yes.
It's called The Twins. And one of the things that I found out about this studio Trigger is that they were the ones who did Kill la Kill.
Mm-hmm. Trigger is huge.
Yeah.
Like Trigger
huge.
is my my wife's cousin's favorite studio of all time. And this when they announced Trigger, he blew up my phone, was like, I'm so pumped. This is my favorite studio.
Yeah.
This is going to be the best part. It's that more colorful art style.
Yep.
So it's going to feel very like very anime, like
very dynamic though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's going to be really good. Twins?
So,
I mean, twin sons.
No,
twins?
this is actually about a set of twins.
Like Luke and Leia?
No.
Do we know
it's
that?
ironic that you say that, actually.
What is it? A brother sister twin set, right?
Yeah. So it actually says in the article, the twins subverts the idea of Luke. I gotta sneeze.
God bless you.
Oh wow, that came out of nowhere. The twins subverts the idea of Luke and Leia, and imagines a brand new set of twins born into the dark side, and how far the brother will go to save his sister. This is even represented visually with a co-joined Star Destroyer. They do talk a little bit about the next episode called The Elder, and it says, the Elder, however, takes a closer look at another kind of Star Wars bond. The Elder is a homage to classic Star Wars master and Padawan relationship. You'll also find the dual meaning of the title after you watch the short. But the twins, so there's a lot of imagery. I was gonna wait and like share all these screenshots later, but like I keep mentioning them, so I'm just gonna start sharing my screen from time to time here. But there are two main shots from the trailer. Can you guys see my screen?
Yep.
So there are two main shots from the trailer, or a few. There's like three actually. So we've got this shot
We
where
just
there's
see my deposit.
Yeah, it's
It's coming.
oh.
No, we still just see double of us.
okay, hold on.
Zencaster. What's that for?
How about now?
I feel like you still haven't clicked on the anime?
How about now?
No,
No.
sure, Bob.
Why is it not working? I'm sharing my entire screen.
It's trying, but it's
Let me try one more thing. How about now?
yep.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know why I did the same thing twice, but it worked this time. That's fine. So we have this image
So
of
dope.
the brother. He has a purple lightsaber. It's a very the lightsaber hilt very much looks like Ezra's second lightsaber hilt almost. But it has a purple blade and it has a guard around the top that's reminiscent of Darth Vader's more like rectangular guard. But he's got like white blonde hair. This is definitely like a more modern anime style
Yeah.
too.
It's very much like My Hero art feel, kind of.
Yeah. And then we've got this shot where I guess this is Force Lightning or Force Energy or something like that. I don't know, but it's got the brother that we saw in the first shot standing across the way. They're on like I don't know, looks kind of like just a regular like Star Wars rooftop, like Mechanical City rooftop scene. And then we've got the sister who is dressed as an Inquisitor.
Is that the same Inquisitor as we see later at another point in the trailer with the
I believe so, yes.
troopers? Okay.
Yes, I believe so. And I don't know if they're shooting lightning at one another, but there's definitely like
They're
some
doing
Avatar:
something.
The Last Airbender vibes. Light and dark are going against each other. And then this is really small. I can't really make this all that much bigger, but there is a scene later on where we see that the sister, if this is the same person dressed as an Inquisitor, she's got stormtroopers behind her. She has two red lightsabers, and the brother is standing in front of her.
Looks so cool.
Yeah. So that's what we've got for twins so far. As far as the Elder, who is done by the same studio, actually don't, other than what I read you from the StarWars.com article, we don't really know much about. I don't know if the Elder, the whole master and apprentice vibe, if that is, it could be the one where we see the guy with the two red lightsabers, because he is older. And there is like a master and apprentice type vibe going on in that episode too. So who knows? I can share my screen again and show you guys that too. Show you the screenshots that I am referring to.
I think that's the black and white one.
No, well, it's not black and white.
But it's not
But
all
it's not
black
colored
and white.
though.
Like it's everything but
This,
the person's
okay,
is black
so
and
hold
white.
on. This and this art style is very different
That's fair.
from this art style.
Yeah. But that art style is also very different than the one we just got though.
But you also don't know what here is just concept art and not what's actually from
Sure, that's true.
the show. So like, that's
I don't think
definitely
I don't
black
think
and
the
white
duel,
background though, and that's black and white too, except for the lightsabers.
Nah, it's like kind of green and stuff too. It's got like a green tint to it
Yeah.
for me.
It's
I don't
just a
know.
different than their normal stuff. But
Yeah. So
it
we're
does
looking,
say it's master and apprentice.
Yeah. So the screenshots we're looking at for everyone listening to the audio
True.
version are the screenshots of the younger black Padawan and the white Jedi Master who has the longer hair. There's a shot of them leaving.
It almost looks like some Gungan ears on that guy. His hair kind of looks like Gungan. 'Cause it
Yeah,
has,
like
like
it's
the
if
point
it's
sticking off the side.
if it's like his Gungans are tied behind him.
Related. Maybe he turns
I
into
literally
Darth
didn't
Jar
even
Jar.
think that.
Ooh. Hey, they could add that.
Yeah, they
It's
can make
not
Darth Jar
canon.
Jar.
Dude, please. I hope they did that. That'd
What
be
is it?
dope.
What is it with Darth Jar Jar that people like? Because I think it's the
You do
stupidest
it
thing.
too. You do it too. So
What about
don't-
it do you not like is a question.
It's just that he's the like.
Don't
he's
worry
just
about
the
it.
complete.
It's amazing.
Anyways, so they got this shuttle, and it looks kind of like it's reminiscent of like a Trade Federation type shuttle,
Like the
but
one that
it's
had
also
like
very. Huh?
the one that had the thing that kind of like Dooku's, how it kind of went up and then kind of came out as like a. I don't. Yeah.
No.
Keep
I
going.
was talking about just the normal shuttles,
Oh.
but yeah. So it's got a shuttle in the background, and they're on like a grassy kind of plain, and then we've got screenshots of the same master who has a green lightsaber, and they are fighting against this shorter, kind of older guy who has two red lightsaber blades. And there is a shot, I don't have it here among my collection, but there is a shot in which the Padawan who we were talking about earlier, he has a blue lightsaber, and he is also facing off against this guy.
This art style reminds me more of like Dragon Ball Z.
It reminds me a lot of Naruto and Bleach.
Or Bleach.
Yeah.
Yep.
I thought this is very interesting though, because this is like it's raining. They're in like a kind of a grassy plain setting. It's very reminiscent of like just old samurai duels.
Mm-hmm.
I also find it fascinating that the old guy's red blades are shaped like katana blades. Like there's an actual curved point at the end,
Like a dark
whereas
saber.
like kind of like that, yeah. Where like the Jedi Masters is just the regular lightsaber, but it's in this screenshot, and this is like a super popular one that I'm talking about. It's all over the internet, but it's the one of the Jedi Master lunging with his green lightsaber with one hand, and then the guy with the two red lightsabers is blocking it with both of them. I do find it interesting that the Jedi Master's left hand is at the very bottom of his lightsaber hilt with the technique that he's using, because in Japanese swordsmanship, the left hand that's where the left hand goes on the blade. And if you're going to do anything with your left hand, 9 times out of 10, it's with the bottom of the hilt. So I just thought that was a very interesting detail that they stuck with. It's super cool. It also looks like he's wearing a hakama too, which is really cool. Cool detail.
And it also kind of just looks like a normal Jedi robe. But
Yeah, it's like this weird blend of like, this could be a samurai outfit, but then like everything from the waist up is very traditional Jedi.
yeah.
So
Just the pants are a little more poofy.
yeah. So that was a discussion on the twins and the elder. And then we have, okay, I don't know if this is kinema or cinema, and you just spell it with a K, but it's Kinema Citrus. And they do The Village Bride, which I don't know much about this one. I don't know.
I
Of all the
assume
screen.
someone's getting married from a village.
Maybe this is the one where we see Boba Fett.
Maybe this is like a horror themed one. It's like a dark.
Oh, maybe. I'm going to go to the article on StarWars.com, though.
You do that.
So, The Village Bride by Kinema and or Cinema Citrus follows a fallen Jedi, but not in a way you'd expect. The guardian of peace and justice observes a local tradition in a far-off village through the eyes of a bride on the eve of her wedding day, and an unexpected choice she must make to save her people. It's poetic, meditative, and romantically bittersweet. This short also approaches the Force in a really unique and surprising way too. So there were some shots, and I don't have them here in the trailer, of like a couple in the forest and stuff. that they showed while they were talking about how some of the stories would be romantic. And I think this is where that one's going to fall. But it's got a fallen Jedi in it, which is really interesting. I don't know if that means they left the Order or if they're a Force ghost and they're observing it through the eyes of the bride. That'd be very, very unique experience. But as far as this studio is concerned, the two more notable things that I found that they did was a movie called Tokyo Magnitude 8.0, and then they did something for the Dot Hack series called Quantum, which I have not seen. So, yeah. Then we've got the next episode is Akakiri, which is by Science Saru, the studio Science Saru. And one of the things that I found that was very notable for them was that they are intentional about blending hand-drawn animation and digital animation styles in their stuff. So they did a movie for Yokai Watch, which I have not seen, but that was pretty popular. They did the movie Japan Sinks 2020, which is like super popular, and I haven't watched it yet, but I heard it was super good. They did an episode of Adventure Time, and they also did Devilman Crybaby, which I have not seen, but I heard it was really good on Netflix. So for this, StarWars.com says Science Star is 2 shorts, because they do 2 shorts for this.
They 2B1.
Yep, TOB1.
Or TOB1, I should say.
Yeah, T0B1, or I don't know. Share a similar cartoonish style, but differ in tone. It's a beautiful yet painful story about a princess. TOB1. Oh, is that a typo? Interesting. So anyways, the one TOB1 is a more heartwarming fare. It's a cute and fun story of an adorable droid who dreams to be a Jedi.
Aww.
Yeah. That's really cool. And number 16 on this list from Star Wars says, Astro Boy fans, keep your ears open.
Ooh.
The sound designer for the classic anime series is lending his talents to Akakiri, which is really cool.
Dude, Astro Boy was good.
Yeah,
I love
Astro
that
Boy was
show.
good. Yeah. So I do have one or two screenshots that I'll pull up. So I'm imagining that this droid that they're talking about is the little blue and white guy from the trailer, which you see a few different times. But this little guy,
Kind of
which
looks
he's super cute. He kind of looks like Astro Boy a little
Yeah.
bit. He's got that vibe. The little thing, the little circular bit on his stomach reminds me a little bit of like a protocol droid. But then there is, in one shot, there's another droid that's with him. Little guys. That one's going to be really cute, I can tell.
Yeah, this is like a heartwarming one for sure.
Yeah. Also, it's worth noting, Jabba is back. We do see Jabba in this, which I'm guessing is from Tatooine, the scene from Tatooine Rhapsody. But if you're watching the trailer, it's pretty easy to see him. A big boy. And Drew, this is the scene that I was talking about of the kid with the blue hair with the stringed instrument.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Is that a pod racer in the back?
yeah, it looks like it. You got one right here, or a set of engines right here, and another one in the back over his left shoulder.
This is Annie's best friend.
What if one
I don't
of them
think
says
so.
Wizard?
If they do, it's going to be my favorite
Or
episode.
spinning is a good trick.
Again, favorite episode.
What if little Annie's on here?
What if he walks by in the background?
And the kid is the one that shows them that spinning is a good trick, and then
Stop.
it's like
That would be-
semi-canon. Like
That would be amazing. That would be
That'd
absolutely
so
amazing.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all about Tatooine. Y'all know that.
One of the things that I wanted to make note of about the duel is there's an interesting shot of these black and white bounty hunter looking guys. So we've got a Trandoshan who has a sword and like half samurai armor. We've got what looks like it could be like Lam 4 or like another bounty hunter droid that has like an old Japanese style looking Gatling gun, but it's also the same repeating gun that the clones use in the Clone Wars. It's like the same style. And then we've got a Gree guy with a gun who has a bayonet on it, and this is interesting.
Is that a Rhodian?
No. It's Gree.
The three eyes.
Yeah. And then it's interesting because there's a Doug in the background that looks kind of like Sebulba, and he's riding on top of what looks like an Imperial probe droid, which is super cool.
With freaking swords underneath it, samurai swords.
It's all the legs down there have katana blades on it.
Yeah, it
and
looks
then
dope.
there's a Tusken Raider.
Yeah, that I want that black. Dude, if they made a Black Series figure of that, I would cry.
So this shot, this black and white shot of all these like bounty hunter looking dudes, one is sick, and two, it reminds me, Drew, of the movie realization series where they do like the feudal Japanese versions of different characters. Like you've got Maul, I'm pretty sure, don't you?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Where it's like Maul, but he's like a samurai.
The samurai version of Maul.
These guys remind me so much of those series.
Yeah, that would be so cool if they came like that same series came out with like these figures.
Yeah, dude, this looks this is gonna. I can tell the duel is probably gonna be my favorite one based on art style, but I won't jump to conclusions.
Don't
quite
jump.
yet. So that was Akakiri in TOB1, and then the last one is the Ninth Jedi by Production IG. So Production IG had a massive list of things that they've done. Massive. One of which is Ghost in the Shell, which is huge. That's like one of the classics, but they've done Guilty Crown, Psychopaths, Eden of the East, Haikyuu, which is the one about volleyball that's on Netflix as well. I heard that one was popular too.
It's super popular. My niece literally has everything. She's in love with one of the characters. Yeah, and so it's a whole thing.
Hey.
But yes, Haikyuu's huge.
Oh, what? They did the anime sequence in Kill Bill too.
Oh.
That's crazy. I just read that in the Star Wars article. That's super cool. So there are two little blurbs here about the Ninth Jedi. The Ninth Jedi is an absolutely epic story, but it actually began as two separate shorts. One was set to be in a time when Jedi have fallen into legend and need to come back as darkness threatens the galaxy, with the daughter of a lightsaber smith seeking out the Jedi and delivering their weapons. The other story was to be told from the point of view of 8 warriors coming together, learning if they are indeed force sensitive and can trust each other. Ultimately, the decision was made to combine the stories in order to achieve something on a grander scale. We brought these two tales together to create something really epic and special.
I think that's the one where there's the red sabers with the black centers.
Yeah,
I'm thinking that's from that.
Yeah, and then there's a shot, and you can go find it on the internet, of like a girl standing beside. This one in particular, I feel like has like a super classic anime style to it, because there's a shot of her standing beside what looks like a hover bike, and she has like a ton of lightsabers at her belt, around her belt, and I think that is related to this as well. And the score for this was recorded at the Musa Kawasaki Symphony Hall, an acclaimed modern venue. So yeah, that's all 9 of the shorts, and a little bit of a blurb about the studios behind them. So I'm gonna really enjoy these a lot. I can already tell. Some people won't. That's okay. But I'm gonna enjoy these a lot, and I think that these are gonna end up being more of like short works of art on top of being storytelling too. So
yeah, I'm pumped for it. I think it's gonna be super dope. And
so
like if they are like little like 10-minute, 15-minute, 5-minute short like art styles like you said, like kind of how they have like those Pixar shorts. You
Yeah.
know, if it's something like that, it's going to be
Yeah.
really fun and enjoyable and just really just mindless entertainment, and it's going to be good. I like it.
for sure.
It'll be better than Droids, Jeremiah.
Hopefully.
Jeremiah, you look really, really pumped.
Yep. I just don't know
To expect.
how they. I'm excited because it's new Star Wars content, and I like it's good. It's a new vision, but like I don't know anything about anime. Like I've seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I watched Pokemon when I was a kid. But like
Hey, there you go.
when I watched Pokemon, I didn't really know that was anime. I thought it was just a cartoon.
Cartoon,
Like
that's right.
Yeah.
Or
I
Yu-Gi-Oh. Did you watch Yu-Gi-Oh?
no,
Probably not allowed to.
no, I'm not allowed to. I didn't even know what Yu-Gi-Oh was until like after Pokemon was a thing.
That's
Huh.
So I'm not excited because it's anime. I'm excited because it's Star Wars.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And
That's
I just like I said earlier, I just hope that it's dubbed because if it's subbed, it's gonna be less enjoyable for me.
Gotcha.
I just can't do multitasking like that.
That's
It's
fair.
hard enough for me to take notes while I'm for like our Bad Batch episodes. Like
Yeah.
That is really difficult. I hate doing
I
that.
have to like watch a scene and pause it. It's like my first time watching an episode of Bad Batch. It takes like twice as long for me to watch because I'm
Yeah.
taking notes every 2 seconds and I'm pausing it. So like, I just want to be able to sit and enjoy watching it. That's just
Yeah.
what I want.
Well, we'll be covering them, and I would assume that we'll do, depending on how long they are, maybe 2 episodes where you like split them in half and do
Yeah.
some the first time. I don't know, but we'll for sure be
And
covering
it
them
comes
when they
out
do
on
come
September 22nd, which is a Wednesday.
It's Wednesday,
Yes.
my dudes.
So that's exciting because I'll be off from work and I can just not have to
just
worry
binge
about
it.
binge it.
Yeah.
And hopefully I'll be able to.
Oh yeah, you're
too.
gonna have a little baby.
Oh
and
yeah.
If baby's on time, it should have already happened.
You can watch it in the hospital. It's fine.
True.
Just bring your phone.
Yeah.
Stephanie won't need you.
No.
Yeah, just
Or
sit in the
anything,
lobby.
you know?
Just sit in the lobby, smoking your pipe like
Like the old days. When
But-
when life was simpler.
But here's the thing: the plus side is you'll be living in a new house, and so like even if you have the baby in the new house while this comes out, like you don't have to like leave to go to your studio like you do now. You'll be in there.
Yeah.
True. You'll just hear,
That'll be nice.
Andrew, come here, and then I'll have to leave.
You
the
have to
middle of
run.
the podcast
It's okay.
because
It's
the
okay.
baby pooped on her, and I have to go help her. But you guys will think it would be fun content. You listeners be like, "What the heck is going on?" It'll be fun, and you guys
it'll
will
be
love
great.
it. You guys will love it.
It'll be great.
It'll be fine.
All right. Sweet. Well, I think this is a good time to take a quick break and listen to a word from our sponsor, Wesley Andrews Coffee and Tea. I don't know about you guys, but it's always good hearing from them.
Yep.
True.
So we're hearing about them. I'm a little sad because I'm like 1, maybe 2 cups away from finishing the bag that I got.
Wow.
So
Thirsty boy.
yeah, it's sad because it's really good coffee. So anyways, just take a listen really quickly to this word. Hey everyone, Andrew here. I'm pleased to tell you that the sponsor for today's episode is Wesley Andrews Coffee and Tea. If you don't know anything about Wesley Andrews, you definitely should. They're an award-winning coffee roaster and shop in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and they make fantastic coffee. The awesome thing is that they have a subscription service that gets those amazing coffee beans delivered to your door on an either weekly, bi-weekly, or a monthly basis. Unfortunately, we're all being negatively affected by this virus right Omega. now. But that being said, what a better time to try Omega. some new coffee and support a
Omega.
local business. I know
Omega.
they'll greatly appreciate it. and
Oh,
we
there it
will
is.
too. After all, using the code
stickers are so
Empire Radio with a capital E and a capital R with no space at
His
checkout,
face comes off.
when you start a new subscription at wesleyandrews.cc, you'll
He has
get
like a little
50%
skull.
off
Get
your
out,
first
Riley.
purchase.
Get out.
I can't think of a better deal. Get 50% off, support a local Minneapolis coffee shop, and support your favorite Star Wars podcast. In the words of Emperor Palpatine, do it. Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
You know what to do. Get a coffee subscription. Don't be like me, who runs out of coffee and then doesn't have any more Wesley Andrews.
I never run
No.
out of coffee.
True,
It's
you
because
don't.
you don't
But
drink coffee.
I
You know
did run
what?
out of lime juice.
Oh,
So I
gee.
did-
Oof.
and I'm mad
The
about that
other universe
because
nectar we all must
I've been
have.
pacing it. I'm like, okay, I have enough for like one more drink left in this one. A little squirt in my water, and I got out of work a little early today, and I was able to go to the grocery store, and I got all my groceries for the week,
You
and I got
forgot it?
home, and I went to go make my drink with my dinner,
No.
and I was like,
Oh,
I have to make a trip to Cub Foods to
tomorrow.
just get
Bro, just
one.
have do the Amazon Prime delivery thing.
I don't have Amazon Prime.
Oh.
'Cause, like, I
Okay,
don't buy enough stuff for it to be
Oh.
worth it. So
that's fair.
That's fair.
But you can always
Yeah,
borrow
that's fair.
Andrew's account just for your lime
I'm
juice.
borrowing my account,
Oh,
so
never mind.
probably not. I'm borrowing it from my mother-in-law.
Anywho.
Shout out to mother-in-law, mom. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate
If you're watching, thank you.
it. Yeah. All right. So yeah, let's head over to one of my favorite times of the week of all time, and that is voicemail time. Because that's what we do on Tuesdays. You guys
Yep.
ready?
Yep.
Yes,
Here we
sir.
go. All right, we got a lot of voicemails this week. So many, in fact, that I didn't have enough time, or not enough time. I didn't have enough space to put them all in here. So I'm doing the good old delete them and add them
Delete,
as we go
delete
trick.
and swap. Or you
Delete
could,
the old delete and swap.
I was gonna say, or you could just save them for next week, and then they'll have less to submit, and then maybe next week will
No,
be a
that's
full.
not. That's not how we do it.
That's
here.
not no.
All right. Well,
No, unfortunately. I will say so we have
How
a
close
total
are
of
we?
1, 2. Well, I'll tell you. 1, 2, 3,
What if we
4,
got it?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 10 voicemails
What?
total.
oh,
Okay,
so
but no.
close.
Here's what you don't understand.
Like 3 of them are
Only
jokes.
like 7 of those or 6 of those are actually towards the count of the 12.
Oh,
Okay, so
what does
like,
that mean?
huh?
What does that even mean? Like,
Their
Okay, so
jokes are like
for,
one comment.
Yeah. So for everyone that doesn't know, we have this deal that's still on the table. If we get 12 voicemails that are actual substantial voicemails that are like asking us a question or wanting a theory to know our theories about something or whatever, like we can actually talk about for a few minutes, which is not very difficult to get us started.
You could
normally.
literally just ask, "What's your favorite peanut butter?" or "What's your favorite jelly?" Like those are questions.
You could, yeah, and it doesn't have to be about Star Wars.
It doesn't.
So they have to be like legitimate things. If we get 12 of those, we will set aside whatever we're doing for the episode, and we will just answer voicemail submissions. So if you're curious about how to submit one, stay tuned. We'll give you that information in a little bit. But like, yeah, there's some really good voicemails. Like the ones that aren't towards the count tonight are also really, really good. They're very entertaining. But
so why don't they go towards the count?
because they're like an impression, or we have 3 that are like 12 seconds and they're really good voicemails, but they're just saying, hey, like it's not something.
But if we would have got 12, would we have just done the episode?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they do count, but they don't count.
They only count if we have a total of 12.
Yes.
Which is
No. Oh, I'm
What?
sorry. No, we wouldn't have. We have to have
Oh.
12 like conversational voicemails.
Oh,
Not
okay.
like you can't go in and spam 12 dad jokes.
But what if we have 11 real ones and then one dad joke?
That works.
I would
That-
do that.
that
It can't
works.
be any less than 11.
Okay.
Like the thing that people need to understand is like
One
we
of
need to
these
have
days
enough.
we're gonna get like 30 ones that don't count, but we're still gonna have to play them because they were submitted, and then we're gonna do a
then
normal
we'll
episode.
break them up or something. The thing is like we need enough legitimate questions to do a
Content.
whole episode. Yeah, like that's the
Right.
point. It's not just like we're just picking a number and sticking with it. It's like, no, if we're gonna we want to throw the episode aside for a week and answer questions. That's super fun for us, but like we need actual content. So that's what we're
You guys can do it. We got 10. I mean, you guys were almost there. We could do it.
But it was like, good thing it wasn't
Okay.
tonight though.
Okay.
Because
Everyone in the Twitch stream is like, oh, lower it for
Yeah,
12,
everyone's
lower it for
yelling.
12."
Everyone's
That's
yelling
fine.
at Andrew
10.
pretty much. Whoa!
No. I'm overruling you. Sorry. No, we're staying at 12.
We're staying at
We're
12,
staying at
but
12.
you could give us like one or two dad jokes in there.
Because like lowering the standards is like the whole give everyone a trophy thing. Like, we're not about that here at Empire Radio.
We're the Empire, okay?
You need to earn. You have to earn your reward, okay? So
Originally, it's funny because originally it was going to be 15.
it was 15,
and I lowered it from there.
and I bit my tongue when you lowered it to 12.
So 12. We need 12.
All right, let's
Look, we have a Discord. And
You
we'll
guys
talk
can
about
do it.
that later. You
guys can
can
do
literally, it's so easy. Just coordinate with 11 people and just be like, I have a legitimate question. Oh, you do? I do too. 11 more people. Boom. There you go.
Ask
and one of them
Andrew
could be
about his
Boom
Star Wars
Akarna.
under.
So
Boom, Akarna. It could be Riley. Riley actually sent in a voicemail this week. We'll get to that in just a second. It's a great question.
I'm
So
excited to hear it.
It's an example of like that would be a good voicemail. Anyways,
So be like Riley, everyone.
yep.
Be
Well,
like boom. Oh,
speaking of great questions, our first one's from Boss Nass.
which is
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Strap yourselves in. Here we go.
Having a bomb bad time today. He's a friend. Graduating high school on Yusa planet. And Misa wishing him a bomb bad graduation. Diesen on big bombad person, a Misa liking his schoolwork.
What?
Oh, sorry. It cut off a little bit. But Boss Nass.
that was it.
Thank you. Yeah, it cut off a little bit. I hit the button and it cut off a little bit at the end, but he was saying congratulations.
Did he say the name or no of the person?
I will never know.
It was Jar Jar.
Yeah. I will say sorry for cutting that off. Accidentally, I was afraid I was afraid that it was going to loop randomly without me knowing it. And so when I thought it was done, I was just like I just deleted it real quick cuz I didn't want us to go through the beginning of that again, but Boss Nass, that was very kind of you. Thank you for sending that in, gracing us with your wonderful voice, and making me worry about your neck once again from doing that at the beginning. So congratulations to Boss Nass's friend who graduated today or recently. Congrats.
Fine.
Congrats.
You're moving
And
on
if
to
you
bigger
said
and better
the name,
things.
yell at Andrew. But
Yeah, it's my fault. I will take full responsibility if I ruin that. I'm so sorry. Next up, we have not one. I'm also multitasking and pulling in the last voicemail to make sure we have them all. We have not one, but two from Brady, a.k.a. Zarnotopius Hypnar III. I think I got the name
Yep,
right.
you got it.
All right, so let's listen.
Hey boys, this is Brady, aka Zarnotopius Hypnar III here.
Nice.
I'm not 100% sure if you got it, but I think that Boss Nass left me a happy graduation message, so I just wanted to thank him for that. He's a bomb bad Gungan. But I had a question for
Mystery solved.
you. If you were to be under the command of any of the people in the Star Wars galaxy, who would it be? So it could be a politician, it could be a military leader, it could be a Jedi. Like, whose Padawan would you be, or whose starship would you be under the command of, or what politician would you want to work for? Just who would you be in service of in the Star Wars galaxy? Thank you, and have a great rest of your day.
Hey, Brady, congratulations.
This is
see, this is exactly-
third here.
You had one job, Andrew. What are we paying you for?
I want
Come on.
you to know that there's nothing on my end with clicking the buttons.
No, I know
that-
because that one day that you weren't there and I had to do it, I
it
understand.
doesn't say it's gonna loop.
It's just
there's
weird.
not a little button or a little symbol or no, it just does it. Anyways,
Yeah.
Brady, congrats. We now know who Boss Nass was congratulating.
Yes.
So congratulations for graduating. That's congratulations for graduating.
Good job.
Congratulating the graduating. Yeah.
Just stop.
Anyways, congratulations for that. So, who do we want to be under the command of? So I was originally thinking when he said command, I was like, oh, Thrawn, easy, boom, done, signed, sealed, delivered.
It'd be terrifying to work for him.
I would learn a lot. But then he was like, it could be a Jedi or a Sith. And then all
Could
of
it
a
be
sudden,
a bounty hunter?
Yeah. Oh yeah, anybody.
Okay.
Okay, well, we know who yours is.
What?
Boba Fett.
I was gonna say Dune
Dune.
not Dune. Sorry, I was gonna say Din Djarin, but yeah, Boba Fett. Boba Fett for sure.
Dune is dead.
True. Sad.
Yeah, so Boba Fett, okay. Sad. I'm not going to be able to keep up with the chat anymore because my phone just died.
GG.
Yeah, so if anything's directed at me, just let me know, Drew. Yeah, so I thought I knew. And then he said Jedi. And now I'm thinking
Luke.
Qui-Gon,
Ooh.
Kanan. Maybe not. That was kind of Ezra had a he was being brought
was
up in a
rough.
stressful time. Yeah, maybe not, but Qui-Gon. I don't know. I'll keep thinking. Jeremiah, what would yours be?
Harrison Dula, Ahsoka, or Plo Koon.
Ooh, Plo Koon. Ah, man, he's a sleeper. I
those
keep
are
forgetting about him.
good. Dude, I just finished the Ahsoka book over the weekend because I didn't celebrate the 4th. I read the Ahsoka book.
Oh, good for you.
And yeah, Ahsoka would be really good.
Plo
Especially
Koon's really good too.
yeah.
Or
Hondo.
Mace Windu. Hondo.
Hondo.
Dude, that would be a party. Either that or I'd
Hondo
get
and
shot. Mace Windu would be interesting. Yoda would be interesting. I would say I'm gonna go with Qui-Gon. I'm sticking with Qui-Gon.
David in the chat said, Ray, I would actually like to be Ray's student. LOL. All right.
All right. Well, moving on to the next voicemail.
We can't forget about Hunter, of the Bad
True.
Batch. He's
Oh,
really
yeah.
good
Yeah.
leader.
You'd be part of the crew. And
I'm sticking with Qui-Gon. So we got
Ahsoka,
Qui-Gon, Boba, and Ahsoka. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Thanks, Brady. Speaking of Brady, we got another one. Here we go.
Okay, here's one more from me, Brady. I just had another question for you.
Yes.
So this is just a total hypothetical. Since you guys haven't read the Jedi Academy books, which is more for middle school anyways, what do you think that high school would be like in the Star Wars galaxy?
Gosh.
And would you want to attend a Star Wars high school?
Okay,
Well-
so here's my thing. I feel like it would, first of all, just generally would be one of two things. One, you have a high school on your planet, you don't leave. Or you have to fly to your high school every single day.
That'd be cool.
It's like commuting, but on a much larger scale.
But we also, what time period is it during the Republic or during the Empire? Because if it's the Empire, it could be all distance learning, the whole same program for everyone throughout the galaxy.
That's true.
That's
Let's just say, make it more interesting. Let's say
High Republic.
not the High Republic, but the Republic before the Clone Wars.
Okay.
So like peaceful, Jedi are thriving, but it's still modern-ish. It's not the High Republic, but it's like under Chancellor Valorum.
I feel like it would be very like STEM based.
Oh yeah,
So like
for sure.
like in Star Wars, like Sabine is like the only one that does like art in Star Wars. So
Yeah,
like,
right.
so like if
Well,
I
like
guess
it's cutthroat, man. Like
There'd be
you
a
have to
lot of
know like
fights.
you have to know how to fly a speeder. You have to know how to fly a ship, at least on a basic level. You have to be able to
But
like I
wouldn't there
feel
be
like you have to
classes
know a
for
few
that,
trade
like driver's
languages.
ed? It'd just be like their version of driver's ed.
Nah, I feel like
I'm
they just
pretty.
wing it.
Nah, that's just the
I
ones
mean,
we saw.
there's like fighter academies, like Imperial, but like
Yeah.
the Imperial Academy. But like I feel like there's so many people that just like if you read Chaos Rising and stuff, like the Thrawn book, there's farmers in that book. I'm not going to go into spoilers, but there's like some farmers in that book, and I feel like they just teach each other, like they teach your kids how to drive the speeder, you know, and that's it. But I don't know if there's like a driver's.
well we know that Trace and Rafa didn't have a proper license, so like we do know that
Oh,
there's accredited license for flying. So you have to at
can
least
you imagine
apply for.
driver's ed on Coruscant? Okay, we're gonna
It,
go 600 stories up in the middle of
Rush hour, which is
rush
like
hour.
24/7.
Yeah,
yeah. Well,
nah, high
so
school though.
it'd be like doing driver's ed in New York.
But
Like,
way worse.
but
Way worse.
way worse. But like, on that scale.
Yeah.
But then if you
Um,
live in the farm, you can drive at 15, but you can only drive in certain
right.
radius, and you don't have to parallel park. Like, there's certain rules that don't apply to you depending
Yeah.
on where you are. I feel like it'd probably be the same certain thing. Like, I would definitely try to take my course outside of Coruscant if I could.
Yeah. But like high school, I don't know. Like
I feel like it would be. It can't
it's
be worse than what we have.
it's probably better than what we
Exactly,
have, at least in
so-
the United States, I'll say.
True.
But man, that's so crazy because I feel like it would be like I feel like if you live on Mon Cala, you have your own school. If you live on Tatooine, you just don't go to school because everyone's poor,
Or slaves.
you know, or slaves, you know, or like, you know, if you live on Naboo, like they definitely had their own schooling on Naboo for sure. Like we know that for a fact.
Naboo's like Edina. They're like cake eaters, man.
Bro, that's so true though. This man said Naboo's like Edina. For all the people that live in Minnesota or have lived in Minnesota, you'll get that. You'll know that. If
And
not,
or like
it's just bougie. It's just
Prior
bougie.
Lake or something, one of those.
Dude,
down
no,
there.
not Prior Lake. Prior Lake is, or at least the part of the Prior Lake that I taught in when I taught guitar lessons, it was like the boonies.
Yeah.
Well, I guess my interaction is a lot different from. I'm way older than you guys, so like my experience with like them is like different. But
Yeah, yeah. Naboo is like definitely like the bougie part of the galaxy. The bougie
That would be a
planet.
cool shirt. Naboo cake eaters. You can mix in some.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Maybe that's a merch idea for later.
Tanner, write it up.
Anyways, yeah, I don't. That's a really good question. I don't know. I feel like it'd be crazy, and I feel like there would have to be like a lot of common ground.
There'd be a lot of places that would have a lot of security because you
Yep.
think kids come to school with guns is a problem. Imagine coming to school with lasers.
Imagine, imagine an entire race or an entire like group of super powerful space wizards having their own private education. Completely different standards.
Yeah.
Isn't that
'Cause, like,
crazy?
yeah, I'm just thinking like in Star Wars because we've seen school settings in like Star Wars, so, like on Navarro in the Mandalorian, like when they started the school, so you had the kids in there. So you still have the bullies, like the one guy that that was being mean to Grogu, like he had his macaroons. But like we see like I think on Mandalore, like with like the poison drink one, wasn't there like a school scene there?
Oh yeah,
kids
there's
are-
like a full academy. Yeah.
yeah. So like everywhere is different. So like some places it's great education, other ones is
It's like
not
here.
the best.
It's like in
Yep.
the world.
Yeah.
It
For
wouldn't
sure.
be much different, just different materials.
All right. Well, thanks for that, Brady. We've got another one from our friend Dengar.
Ooh.
He's got a good question for us. So let's check this out.
Hello, boys. Dengar here. Listen, got a question for you. Just taking on a new client. Give me a job. Very embarrassing. Very sensitive. Say he wants to remain incognito. Sal, I need a really good ship. Mine's in dry dock, don't you now? Sal, got a choice of 4 ships that I can use. I've got the Millennium Falcon, the Razor Crest, Slave One, or the Ghost. Now, which one would you choose? As I say, be quick, lads, because Jeremiah wants his business sorting out real quick.
Whoa, Jeremiah.
Anyway, listen. Think quick, think fast. Don't get the wrong ship for me, lads, because if you do, you know what's going to happen. Dengar's going to come looking. Time for a Wesley Andrews, I think.
Dengar, thank you so much for sending that
the
in.
Goat.
The goat.
The goat.
Okay, so we have to choose a ship for Dengar. We have the Falcon, the Razor Crest, Slave One, or the
Not
Ghost.
Slave One, but
But the question is he flying it himself,
Yeah,
or is
yeah,
he
he's taking-
hiring
No, he's
the
not
main?
flying
No, he's flying it.
He's
Let's
flying
let's just assume, because we all know Dengar's a great pilot. Let's just assume he's a great pilot and he's got those 4 at his disposal. I know which one I'm picking.
I'm gonna go with
Uh,
Boba Fett's starship.
I'm going the Ghost because he wanted it done quickly and discreetly, and the Ghost has really good like espionage
I
and
feel like Slave One
surveillance
does too.
stuff.
I
Oh, yeah.
was thinking the Ghost was my initial one, but I was also thinking the Razor Crest because it seems like it's more maneuverable and it's much smaller than
What
the other ships. I think so.
Well,
like,
that's why I feel like the Slave One's the smallest one out of all of those.
Dude, Slave
no,
One's huge. Slave One is bigger than the Razor Crest.
yeah, Razor Crest is super small because like you have this like the pilot seat, like the cockpit, and then you just have the.
It's
Well,
literally the pilot seat and a studio apartment.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
the interior of the Slave One might be a little bit smaller than the Razor Crest, but I think that overall it's bigger.
Yeah.
But
the Millennium Falcon, that's like the worst one. It's like it's so big.
yeah,
it's
fast, but no.
Yeah, it stands out like a sore thumb.
Yeah. So your options are Jeremiah. Which one did you pick?
I think my initial one was the Ghost, but I think I'm gonna go with Razor Crest just because it's smaller and more maneuverable.
Okay, Drew, you said Slave One.
Slave One.
Okay, and I said the Ghost. So Dengar, those are your 3 options. Pick the one that you think is gonna work out the best, which is probably the Ghost. But you know, it's
Well,
fine.
I was gonna say probably the Razor Crest because that's what Jeremiah picked, and it's his bounty.
Oh, that's a good point.
So
Yeah,
I
that's a good
think
point.
Jeremiah wins this one.
All right.
Listen
Well,
to the guy who paid you.
Dengar,
Pick his
I hope
ship.
your job goes well, and Jeremiah, I hope whatever needs taken care of gets taken care of.
And hopefully it doesn't blow up in your hands the way it did with Mando.
Oof, too soon.
R.I.P. Razor Crest.
Dang. All right. Speaking of the Razor Crest, we have a voicemail from Riley. How's it related? I don't know, but here's the voicemail.
All right.
Hey guys, it's Riley. My question today is that if you could pick just one force power to have for each of the other guys, so one person picks for the other 2 and then that keeps going around, but just one force ability either from canon or EU, what would it be and why? Love the podcast. Thanks, guys.
Okay.
Just
so
Force
this
Lightning
is the,
count?
This is yes.
This
This
could be
is
insulting of other people.
this
or
is
like,
the type of question like if you want an example of a question to send in for the voicemail, like this is a great question because it's really thought provoking. It's definitely related to Star Wars, and
It's gonna take a while.
It's gonna take a while. And it's pitting us
Against each
kind
other.
of against each other.
Not really. I didn't even think about it like that, but then Jeremiah's already throwing
Oh.
shade, so.
yeah, because the only one I can think of right after that is what I want for Drew. I don't
Of
know what I
course
want
you
for
do.
Andrew.
Of course.
Okay,
Of
Jeremiah,
course
you go
I'm
ahead.
the
You go first then.
one.
Okay, for Drew, I would give him the ability to read minds.
Ooh.
Just because
Why?
sometimes we say things and he doesn't understand what we're saying. So like if he could just read our mind, like sometimes he would just get things a little bit quicker. But
I actually appreciate that. I would love that. Because you know how much less arguments I would have with my wife?
Ooh,
I don't think you can husbands can
Jeremiah,
escape.
yo, you want to help
Oh.
a brother out?
Dude,
No, I don't.
give it to Andrew, too.
Nah, we don't argue that much. But
Okay, weird flex. I'm just kidding.
what would you pick for me?
I don't know. That's what I think. I need to think. So
Okay, Drew, do you have your
Jeremiah,
options?
I would give him force running so that he never has to catch the bus. And you can just run to the store.
What's the worst one?
That is dope. I want that. I feel like that'd be very useful in Jeremiah's case. So one, he didn't have to catch the bus.
But then that's gonna.
Or two, I'm like, hey, come over to my house. You can just run to my house. I don't have to pick you up. I feel like it's very useful. Just saying. If your parents are like, hey, come visit me, you can just run there. It wouldn't be as big a deal.
My parents
fair.
live like 400 miles away. Like
Exactly.
Well, considering you could run probably at 200 miles an hour.
But how many
That's 2
calories?
hours.
I have to eat like 500,000 calories.
But you
just
love
to, like-
eating, so it wouldn't be a big deal.
And just cook one of those pizzas that you cooked for me and Drew that one time. Just eat a pizza. Boom. There you go.
That takes hours to make. Like, I
Not
can't-
if you
Okay,
run
well, it's not-
fast. Not if you cook. Not if you're like dough.
Well, it doesn't. No, it doesn't mean he can cook fast, Drew.
Well,
Like it doesn't
I mean,
speed up the
You
oven.
have to let the dough rise for like 2 hours. You can't like.
I'm just saying it seems.
It's a good
very-
idea, though.
I'm trying to help you out. I feel
That's a
like
really
that
good
would help
idea.
you out. You would never have to worry about the
Okay.
bus schedule. Go straight to work and sleep in.
Bro, you would get to work, Jeremiah, in like 2 or 3 minutes.
If I could run that fast, I'd just be an Olympic sprinter, and I'd be like
A
Usain Bolt
millionaire.
and be super rich. Like
Either way,
Oh.
I'm still
Oh.
trying to help you out. That's all I'm
I'd
doing.
become a professional athlete if I could do that. It'd be like in The Incredibles, like the first one when at the end when the kid is like
yeah,
in
he's
the
like,
red,
slow
like,
down,
slow down,
second
but not
place.
faster, you're gonna get close, and he goes like, no, slow
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
Yeah.
I literally thought you were gonna go and make a like Mike reference, where the kid gets Michael Jordan's shoes.
I know
and he-
That's a good
movie,
movie.
but
it's a
Or
good
it
movie.
was. I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it holds up.
All right. Drew,
Andrew.
what would you pick for me?
I feel like Force Lightning because I feel like Force Lightning.
I'm fine with that.
You could like maybe play guitar in a different way, in a different style, with like
Or just destroy them.
or to overheat them, or if you ever have technical difficulties with your board, like you did that one time, you could probably just charge it
Oh yeah,
without actually ever having to fix the
that's
problem.
that's true.
I feel like you could figure out how to make it convenient with what you do.
I appreciate that.
Save on electrical bill.
That's true. Yeah, no one. I don't know if I'd have to pay anymore.
Exactly. Just charge up a battery. I feel like if you go camping, well, you don't like. You don't camp?
No, I'd camp.
Yeah, so
I camp.
you are your own portable battery.
That's
feel
a
like
that's a merch
it's-
idea. You're your own portable battery. Put that on a T-shirt with Sidious on it. Sweet.
Tanner work on it. Yeah.
Drew, I would give you telekinesis, so you can move stuff with your mind. Because I know you got a move coming up,
Oh, true.
bro, and I know
Dude.
moving sucks.
And painting with my mind,
There you go.
or
Bro.
rocking the baby with my mind.
Bro, you could literally be sitting in a recliner listening to an audiobook, just painting the walls.
Or I can play video games and paint the walls. Or I could
Yeah. Yeah.
play video games and have my kid like rocking back and forth.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it would be
I'll
I
take
think
that.
I feel like it would be very useful in your practical life coming up here.
Oh heck yeah.
Jeremiah,
I accept that. Hopefully it happens somehow.
yeah. Jeremiah, I would give you the ability to touch things and get a sense for them.
Ooh.
So that you could do that with books,
The Cal Kestis.
kind of,
Oh.
but except it would be with books, and you wouldn't get the history of the book. You would actually get the book material.
the full material.
Yeah.
That
So
way you
like
can just touch it and read it, so you actually don't physically have to read it.
right. So there you can
Yeah.
enjoy Star Wars, the whole part of Star Wars that you're missing, without the downside of actually having to read a book.
But is something like that from Star Wars? Because it says canon or EU, so it has to
I'm
be
just
something
making
that's.
it's a thing.
It's
Making
a-
it a
You
thing.
can't just make up a force ability like that.
Well, we can.
I was trying to help you.
I understand
Okay.
it, but
all right, all right,
that's
all
not
right,
the
all right.
question.
Hold on. Let
Okay,
me
so
think.
love
while
that
you're
power.
thinking, I will tell you what my choice is for Andrew, and it's the easy one. But I'm just gonna give telekinetic powers, because what he could do is when he does his guitar covers on YouTube videos, he's doing like multiple parts, and he has to film each individual part. You could just have play all the guitars at one time, all the parts at one time, and you wouldn't have to edit, so you'd be able to save time. So you could be playing like 3 guitars at one time.
And with
that's a
your
really,
lightning, dude.
Yeah.
Might be.
I was
dope.
actually hoping one of you was gonna give me the ability to communicate with animals,
Oh, that would be dope. Give me that.
but that was just a selfish thing.
But then I would have like 50 dogs. It would be bad.
Okay.
become
What would
a
I give to
hoarder.
Jeremiah? I want this to be good. Like I don't want it to be like
You can add jumping. 'cause
you're
then he
you're
can
like
run
you're
and
like the
jump
guy that's
fast.
good with plants. You've got like the force plant ability. I don't want to
What?
do that. No,
No, he
that's
doesn't.
a thing. That is a thing.
Is that from an EU thing?
It's from the expanded universe, but it is for sure a thing. If you go
Yeah.
read Red Harvest, which is the zombie book,
Which I
one of the
do want
zombie
to read
books,
it
the whole
after
thing
this.
is based around a main character who is a Jedi who can like communicate with plants, like literally talk to plants through the Force, which is kind of cool. Jeremiah, I would give you the gift of Force prophecy, so that you would
gift.
know the lottery numbers.
Ooh.
And you could win the lottery, give me and Drew a little bit of your money, and then make all of our Star Wars dreams come true.
True.
All right, that would work.
That'd be dope.
Well, there you have it. That was like a,
So
it was like a
do we all
25-minute
pick-
discussion.
Do we all pick for each other?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay.
And
that was
honestly,
good. Thank you, Riley.
I feel like mine just all has to do with my head. Maybe stuff I need to work on.
Your head? No, like mine. Yeah, sure, it was moving things with your head, but like essentially, it would be like having a bunch of different arms, extensions of yourself. But Riley, that was a really good question. Thank you. All right, it's your boy David. David from the Discord. You guys ready?
Yep.
Yep.
Hello, boys. It's David from the Discord. You know him, you love me, you know me.
Yep.
I got you a question. If you guys could have a pet from the Star Wars universe, what would you choose? You want a Loth cat? You want a Reek? An Accolade?
No.
You want a Nexu? A Dewback? What you guys got, huh? Oh, and hey, you listening to the podcast. Why haven't you joined the Discord yet? Real question. Join the Discord. You guys are doing a lovely job. I love you. Goodbye.
All right. With that Botson accent.
That's hilarious. Just calling out the people that haven't joined the Discord. Okay, if we could have a pet from Star Wars, what would it be? I know what
Tauntaun.
Drew's would be. Yep, there it is. Tauntaun. Called that one. That would be really useful too for Minnesota.
Or monkey lizard.
No, dude, no.
It'd be
It's
a
like
lot,
the
but-
worst parts of a chihuahua, and it has opposable thumbs.
And it's a
No,
monkey.
don't do
It can
that.
throw its feces at you. Yeah, maybe
No,
not. But
Gosh,
yeah,
I know what I want.
what would
I
you
want-
want, Jeremiah?
I want a Loth Wolf.
I was gonna say that.
If I couldn't have a Loth Wolf, I have like Embo's dog, a Marok.
Oh yeah, yep. This is kind of controversial.
Uh-oh.
Nah, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it.
Just say it. Just say it.
I was gonna say a Wookiee,
Yeah,
that's not pet.
but they're technically way too sentient to be pets.
Yeah.
Um,
No. Can't own.
That'd be very useful to have a Wookiee around.
You can
well, that's
befriend.
enslavement.
You can make a
I'm
friend
not-
of a
no.
Wookiee.
We're not doing the enslavement. That's not a thing.
Well, you just
N-
said
not
it'd
for
be
me.
very useful.
No, nope. That's not. It would not be forced.
Gotcha.
They would be free to go whenever they want.
That's what Han always said.
Okay.
Or you could
How did we
have
get here?
you could have the Chancellor from the High Republic, her
Oh,
giant cats.
her cats.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Those would be
You
cool.
do like cats.
I would do that. I would do that because I like cats. Yeah, I was gonna say a Loth Wolf, but I like Chancellor So's.
I don't.
What
I don't
about
like
wolf
cats,
cats?
but I
What about wolf cat?
Wolf cat?
No, like those
wolf cat?
wolf cat.
Nah. I would pick Chancellor So's.
I don't like cats, but I would go with Chancellor So's cats. 'Cause
Yeah.
they're just different. They're
like lions.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Those are cool. All right. Sweet. Well, thanks, Steve.
what about a Rancor?
I actually thought about that in prep for this episode, and like, you'd have to have a ranch, like out in the middle of
Well, I
nowhere.
feel like I
there's
probably
no
would-
way living in a metro area, remotely metro area, that you would be able to have a Rancor.
It'd be hard for me to have a tauntaun too.
Nah, you could. How big is your new backyard gonna be?
Big enough for one tauntaun.
There
But the
you go.
Tauntaun would probably not survive in the hot weather of Minnesota.
We don't know
You-
that.
no, you just
Tauntauns
shave
for
it
other
off.
places. Yeah, you just shave it.
You just have to
Um,
constantly save. Yeah, and just shave it off. You know
I
what the
actually
temperature
don't
inside a
know.
tauntaun is?
Okay. Don't.
Lukewarm.
Okay.
Yeah, I did that.
Aye. All right.
You're
on that
still
note-
laughing.
On that note, we have a first voicemail from this person, Izzy.
Ooh,
Discord.
from Izzy.
Yep.
Okay.
Here we go.
Hey, Empire Radio. It's Jedi Master Izzy. I just have a quick question for you guys. Well, really two questions, but do you guys have any lightsabers? And where do you prefer to get those lightsabers? Sorry for the background noise. Thanks.
Izzy.
Izzy. thank you
Izzy
for that.
Izzy is short for Isaac, right? Is that
I don't know.
Isaac? I think that he said that in Discord.
Yeah, let us know in Discord. Yeah, that's a really good question.
Tanner
So,
in the chat. Lightsaber.
yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, man, this would have been a good episode. I should save that one
Should have.
for like the next time we had Tanner be a guest on the show.
But yes.
Um,
So Izzy in the Discord talked to Grand Moff Tanner, and he knows the most about where
in
to
the
get
lightsaber channel.
Is there a lightsaber channel?
Yes.
Oh, there's a lightsaber channel
Oh.
completely dedicated to lightsabers, and it's like Tanner's baby.
Yeah. So
He's the only one
the
in
best
there.
one. But other than that, for you guys, what would you recommend?
Well,
I
I'll
love
just say
how
what
Jeremiah
I have.
immediately defaulted to us because he's not gonna buy one.
He might.
It's fine.
Maybe.
ahead, Drew.
Those Ahsoka ones you almost bought. But I have Mauls and Vaders from Galaxy's Edge. And I want to get the Black Series Darksaber.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Yeah.
want to get the Black Series Galaxy's Edge one because it seems like it has a lot of issues. But yeah.
Sweet. Well, I have Revan's saber, Black Series
And
saber.
how did you get that one?
the other lovely co-host of the podcast and my wife got it for me for Christmas, and there's a video about that on our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So go watch that unboxing surprise
Yeah.
video.
Mods, throw the link in the chat, please. But yeah.
So wow, he just said chop chop. Can we get a link? Thank you. But yeah, so I have that lightsaber. It's really, really cool. I would love to build one. I know that the blades are crap, but I would love to build one at Savi's workshop just because of the experience. I think that would be really cool. One day.
My brother-in-law did it, and it was really cool. I was his
Yeah.
guest, and it was dope.
Like,
I still want to do it one day just because
Yeah.
I want to experience that myself.
I think that would be really cool. I want to do that, and then I also want, and I can already like picture Tanner's reaction to this in my mind, but I really want a super nice NeoPixel saber, like a nice one. I don't know which hilt yet. I haven't put too much thought into it because I have like a ton of other really expensive purchases to make before I like even get remotely close to doing that, but I know
Tanner
that there's
just said,
some.
yes, sir.
Yeah, I know that there are some really good like custom saber builders on the internet that are doing some really really good stuff that are like far better than the Black Series and
I'm
Galaxy's
really
Edge and stuff.
interested to see their new lightsaber, though.
What new lightsaber?
The one that goes up.
Oh well, that's not going to be consumer.
I know not for a while,
years.
but
Yeah.
I still I like really want to see how that's gonna work. And Tanner,
For
thanks
sure.
for the link.
Sweet, thanks, Tanner. All right, thanks, Izzy. All right, we got 3 quick ones. This next one's from someone named Roger.
Roger.
Here, nope, not that Roger. Here we go.
Oh,
Hello, gentlemen. My name is Roger. I've been listening to your show for 20 minutes, and I just wanted to say that I really love it. Y'all keep up the good work now.
Thanks, Roger.
all right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for that, Roger. I really appreciate it. Thanks for taking the time to let us know how you feel.
Within the first 20 minutes, that means he might be listening to an older episode where he learned how to leave a voicemail like right away.
That is that's a possibility.
Yep.
Yep.
But yes, we appreciate it, Roger.
Yep.
Roger
Maybe
that.
already- Yep.
See what I did there?
All right.
Whatever.
Well, this next one's from Grandmaster Yoda,
Ooh.
Ooh.
and I'm a bit
Himself?
starstruck.
He's
Yeah.
probably gonna insult your.
No, he didn't. He didn't. He
Voice.
actually didn't. He did not. But I will tell you that this is way better. Way better.
Well,
than the
because
one that
it's
I did.
really him.
Right. It's his actual
How
voice.
rude.
So yeah. So anyways, let's listen to the voicemail from Yoda. I'm still just shocked that he took the time to send something in. But here we
Yeah,
go.
me too.
Hello, boys. Jedi Master Yoda I am. Good work you do. Play your podcast to my students I do. Keep up the good work.
Thanks, Yoda. I never thought you would leave us a voicemail
it's
/
the-
listen.
it's-
I'm really,
It's the biggest honor. It really is.
really
I can't think of a
happy
bigger
that
honor.
Yoda is listening to our podcast.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's crazy.
Maybe you can teach me some of those tricks, that
or
we were
how to do
talking
your
about.
voice better for me.
Or yeah.
But yeah, thank you so much. That's like having, I mean, Dengar. I thought having Dengar and Boston Ass was good, but
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know it could get better. So
Ooh, Dengar might not like that. You like someone more
True.
than him. So
I mean-
I don't. I never said I
Jeremiah
did.
probably already has a bounty on our heads, anyways. Though. Let's be
Jeremiah
real.
put those words in my mouth.
You just said
It
it. You said it got better because Yoda was there. We mean
No,
that they
we're
were
just
lacking in their
starstruck.
ability to impress.
You're saying that. I'm saying having 3 celebrities is better than having just 2 celebrities.
Or
He's-
one.
He's
Right. We're just
3
playing a
is-
sheer numbers game.
3 is
Oh.
better than 1.
Yeah, come on.
Okay.
All right. Our last voicemail is from Sebulba,
Ooh.
Wow.
the Doug himself. So if you thought 3 celebrities was good,
Poyo.
we've got 4.
Well, Saboba's a loser, so
Uh,
he lost that race, so he's not a celebrity anymore. But we'll listen to him.
He's a celebrity in my book. Okay. Here we go.
Okay.
Chai nubanai, chiwana pompo, tiempo caldo na baqueta, mi buona doso, chisca cuna.
all
Yeah,
right.
Hey,
So
thanks so much. Thanks so much, Sebulba.
Yep.
I appreciate it. I really do.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Thanks, Saboba.
Yeah. So, yeah, if you want to send in a voicemail, I'm about to tell you how, because it's time for the little blurb that we do at the end of every episode about social media. So voicemails, there's a landing page link on our Instagram page and the link in our bio. It is underneath the description of the audio versions of the podcast. If you're listening to it on Spotify, Google Play, any of those places, just right below the description, there's a link. It says links.com with 2 I's /Empire Radio. That's the link. There's a landing page link there. So it's Instagram. Below the description, and on our Twitch About Us section in our Twitch stream page, it's literally a link to all of our other social medias. So what you need to do, if you want the easy way to connect with us, just find that link and hit them all up. So that landing page link does also include the link to leave a voicemail. And if you're listening to the audio version of the podcast, I believe that Anchor, our distribution service, also puts that automatically in anyways. So there's like even two ways if you're listening to the audio version to leave a voicemail. But if you want to go to that, if you're on Instagram, Instagram.com/Empire Radio Podcast is for both Instagram and Facebook. But if you're going to Instagram, hit that link, hit the voicemail link, and then you can leave up to 1 minute for us to react to on the show or listen to and answer your questions. And if you want to ask us a question, but you don't want to have your voicemail played, totally fine with doing that too. So there's no reason why you shouldn't. So yeah, leave us a voicemail. In that landing page link is also our invite link to join our Discord, which is always pleasantly chaotic. But it's a party and a half, and it's a lot of fun. We have a great group of people, and you should definitely join. If you're going to do anything that we ask you to do tonight, definitely join the Discord, because that's where you're going to get all of our news and all of our updates first. And you have the ability to contact us and like stay in contact with us directly, because like we're all, well, Jeremiah and I are active. Drew just lurks and says things from time to time. But
he shows up when he does a live stream on Twitch playing video games. Like
yeah.
That's 90% of his.
Yeah, but he's there. You can interact with him too.
And plus it's automatic now that it just goes straight link. So like he doesn't even have to do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? If you jump into my streams, Drew BS Gaming, you can chat with me live on my gaming stream. So
yeah. And speaking of streams, we do have a Twitch account, twitch.tv/Empire Radio. And that is where we do a live stream of the recordings with video of all these podcast episodes, Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern, and Fridays, as long as the Bad Batch is running. We do a episode completely dedicated to the Bad Batch episodes at the same time. Fridays, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern, twitch.tv/Empire Radio. And if you are new and you've heard us mentioning the chat and what people are saying there, that's what we're mentioning, because Drew and I actually have it up while we're streaming so we can interact with people. So yeah, that's how you can connect with us.
Yep.
Anything else, boys?
We should mention that our schedule for next week is going to be different.
Correct.
Because Andrew is going to be out of town on a business trip.
Yep.
And so next Tuesday's recording, well, if you only listen to the audio version, it's going to be posted on Tuesday as normal.
Yep.
But for the live stream, we're going to be doing it this Sunday, the 11th.
Correct. At the same time.
So we'll be doing that. And then for the Friday Bad Batch episode, we will be doing that on Sunday, the 18th.
At the same time.
So that recording for the podcast, the audio only, will be 2 days late.
Correct.
So just keep that in mind. So we didn't get pruned by the TVA, if you're wondering why we didn't have anything next week. So
yeah.
But also the Friday Bad Batch, this next episode will be as normal.
Yes.
Right. Yes. So July the 9th or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever the first week in July, that first Friday, we will have it the normal time. It's just the following week. It just so happens that trip is gonna have me traveling all day Tuesday, and then almost all night Friday, or most of the day on Saturday at least. So we're just spreading things out so we can still give you the content that you love and stay consistent.
Yep.
Good reminder. Thank you for that, Jeremiah.
And I'm sorry, David, that we ruined your whole week.
All right.
Anyway,
well, on that note, you have been listening to another Wizard episode of the Empire Radio Podcast. I'm Andrew.
I'm Jeremiah.
I'm Drew.
And may the Force be with you.
Always.